live. Today we are playing Beacon Pines. This is I heard a lot of good things about this. I didn't really see much before it released, but then it released sometime last week, and then I heard so many good things about it. But it's a adventure game, story narrative, and I think you can go back and choose different paths even when you're in the middle of playing. I think. So that's gonna be interesting. Hello, Matt. How are you? We're gonna go in. There's no tile screen music, which is a little weird, to be honest. Also, usually the logos start before that, but yeah. How's it hanging? I'm doing pretty good. I'm surviving. Gotta open the book.
Allow me to introduce you to my book.
Let me turn it up a little bit.
Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from ordinary.
It's like normal.
You may, therefore, have some misunderstandings about its nature. The story that awaits you has not been fully told. In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself. It is in that way that my book is special. It is in that way that you are special.
Me? I'm special? Got your first sign, you have to record a video. That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare to me.
Without you, there is no story.
I'm just that important.
Chapter 1. Normal isn't what it used to be. This is a story about change. Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines.
That's the name of the game.
Far from the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn. His name is Luca Van Horn, and like you, dear reader,
Luca.
he's here for a reason.
Okay. Hey, Dad. Oh, I'm already sad. I'm already sad. I'm already sad. That took no time at all. Yeah, have fun. Throw some memes in there. Okay. You gonna say anything, Fantina? No? Girly? No, she had nothing to say. Okay, let's go on. Hello, Scatter. Hey, Dad? How are things going? Today's the first day of summer vacation. I start middle school next year, I guess. I was 6 years old when you died, and it's been 6 years now. From here on out, you'll have been gone longer than you were here. This is so sad. It feels like that should mean something. Mom always said this tree was your favorite spot in the world. Me too. Hey, Luca. I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo was Luca's closest friend.
Did I turn it up a little bit?
He possessed many fine qualities, but subtlety was not one of them.
Well, after I banged on your door till your gran answered, and after I checked the pond, and I climbed up to the treehouse, then I knew I'd find you here. Gonna allow animation of you lifting weights. Oh, that sounds cute. Bettina loves you after all. She couldn't bring herself to say the words that you wrote.
Rollo finally noticed the tears welling in his friend's eyes, and the flowers on the grave.
Yeah, Rollo is really not, reading the room. Oh yeah, right. You and your mom always did this on your dad's birthday. Yeah. I don't know if you were going to keep doing it now that your mom's gone too. Rollo, you are really not. You should just stop while you're ahead. She's not gone. She's just missing. Oh wow. Sorry, I meant to say since she went missing. She's gotta come back, Rollo. Of course she is. Okay, Dad. See you next time. This is gonna be really fucking sad. I think I'm ready to go out of here. To get out of here. Sure, lead the way. Okay, well, I'm gonna walk around now. Oh, get all the things. Yeah. Tickle.
Wonderful! I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book. That charm is a very special thing. Very special indeed. Keep hold of it for now. Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough.
Okay, I guess you can do little things, interactive things, and it'll give you those charms. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The whole reason I was looking for you. I was wondering if you ever get to that. I found the perfect way to start our summer. How's that?
Rollo looked to the side suspiciously.
Not here. They might be watching. They who? Shh, not so loud. We need to do this in a secure location. Mission control. Alright, I just have to tell Gran and then we can head out. What are you gonna tell her? I don't know, I'll think of something. If it's all the same to you, I'll meet you at the welcome sign. Your Gran still kinda wigs me out. I don't do well with new people. She moved in like half a year ago. Just meet me at just meet me at the sign when you're done. Suit yourself, I won't be long. Okay. There's a screaming child in this house. Tell Gran before heading out with Rollo. Oh, it wants me to do that. Okay, it tells me what I need to do. Oh. Oh, we have a jump button. Okay.
Dear reader, forgive me for this interlude. Remember that charm you found in the dandelion patch?
Yes.
There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They've been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing. Some of them can be found in this very house.
Okay, we're gonna go step into the fire because that was the first thing I thought to do. Okay, maybe it's relaxing. The ponder charm. I like that
Gran had
sliding
already lit
off.
the fire. She kept a warm house, as if by grandmotherly obligation.
Okay. Nothing there.
One of his father's old stethoscopes. Luca had spent countless hours listening to anything and everything with it. Not for years, though.
So the father was a doctor.
Since Gran had moved in, the house was more peaceful, more orderly, and more covered in flowery fabric. Just some dusty knickknacks. An array of prepared meals crowded the refrigerator, each labeled with the day of the week.
She meal preps.
A pair of dull scissors, a broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string.
Oh, we all have that drawer. The junk drawer.
The only piece of furniture Gran had brought when she moved in was an old hutch. Oh my! This is quite exciting! I am now certain that you are the one I've been waiting for all these years. You'll recall I was a bit coy regarding the use of charms earlier. Excuse me, I tend to have a flair for the dramatic.
Yeah, clearly.
You are about to encounter your first turning point. There are certain times in this tale when everything hinges on a single word. Step forth, dear reader.
No,
On
I'm
the
going
other
back.
hand, I suppose there's no reason to rush things. Gran will be waiting when you return.
I'm glad they have a moment for that. When you're like, nope, I'm not doing that quite right now. Nope, nothing in there.
Luca paused at his parents' bedroom door. He just wasn't ready to go in yet.
That's my
Gran
room?
had commandeered the upstairs closet when she moved in. Some things need shelter from a young boy's mischief, she said.
The hide charm. This my room? Yeah. Oh, I guess we share a room.
Luca tossed on his favorite old sweater. Even though it was the first day of summer, a chill still hung in the air.
Chill.
Gran's moving in meant that most of Luca's things had been crammed in the corner. Luca was somewhat annoyed by the situation.
I mean, there was a different bedroom. Like, I get it, but also, like...
Gran's bed was undisturbed. Luca didn't mind that she had a habit of falling asleep in front of the fireplace. It meant that he could read late into the night.
Okay, I think that's it. So one day of the year you're feeling hyped for playing a set. I mean, I don't think we've really played a very energetic game. Besides, like, maybe Fall Guys. It's either, and if it is like an energetic, like the SpongeBob game, I'm just fully concentrated in a way where I'm not even aware that I'm streaming.
Young Luca would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror. A sturdy old wheelbarrow.
This is a beautiful place.
A beginner's guide to gardening laid open on the bench.
Okay, I think time to talk to Grandma. Hey Gran, I'm gonna go hang with Rollo for the day. See you later. The art is gorgeous. Hold up now. Where are you and Rollo headed exactly? Oh, nowhere special.
The less Gran knew, the better for everyone involved.
We're gonna go art for the day? Ponder, hide. We're gonna go chill. Interesting. So I could only do certain things if I have if I actually explored. Where I think chill makes the best sense.
We were just gonna go chill for the day. The best lies are built on truth.
You guys are always in a hurry to do nothing. We stick to what we're good at. Well, make sure you're done chilling and time for supper.
Easy. Impressive. You've managed to navigate your first turning point without too much of a mess. That is the power of charms. A single word can change everything. I think it's time to introduce you to the Chronicle.
The Chronicle.
The Chronicle is a record of the
Your
decisions
stream.
you've made.
Webplace channel point reward redemption. The Chronicle is a record of decisions you made.
You can see the turning point, which has been revealed. At any time, you can use the Chronicle to go back and invoke different charms, creating new branches. Luckily for us, this is the one and only turning point where the charms won't dramatically alter fate.
Okay.
It's the perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting things.
So I would be interested in seeing what Gran says. Do something else.
We were just gonna go hide for the day.
I like this a lot. This is like my thing with games with like different moments and different endings, is that I don't like to go back because it just takes too much time to replay the entire game. And this game just fixes all that. You can literally just go and then go off the different branch from there. And presumably there's different information that you're going to learn in different scenarios that you'll go through. Hide.
Traditionally, when one is trying to hide something, they avoid literally using the word hide.
Yeah, I guess Rolo bet some other kid that we could beat them at hide and seek. Aren't you a little old for that? You're never too old for hide and seek. It's not like there's much else to do around here. Well, make sure your boys are done playing little game supper, blah blah blah. All the same. Okay. Oh, we could do it again.
We were just gonna go ponder for the day.
Oh really? What are you boys going to ponder on such a lovely day exactly?
This was Luca's chance to sell his alibi.
You know, big stuff, small stuff, medium, mostly medium pondering. I love a good medium pondering.
Nailed it.
Well, make sure you don't overburden yourself with preponderance of pondering. Huh? Oh, forget it. Off with you now. I actually like that one. I think we're gonna stick with this one. Oh, and Luca? You and Rolo stay out of trouble. Get into trouble with Rolo. Don't want to run up the water bill. Should we keep our sweater on? I'm gonna keep my sweater on. Come on, come on. Okay. That boy is in a hurry.
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary.
You know the drill. Don't let anyone discover our secret path. The path that's just literally has a sign to it.
Chapter 2. Welcome to Beacon Pines. For many years, this
That
valley
sounded
had been a
ominous.
small mining outpost. It wasn't until Sharper Valentine built his fertilizer company that Beacon Pines was established. Over the next 30 years, the town had grown and prospered until the foul harvest and his sudden death. In the 6 years since, everyone was simply trying to get by.
Mr. Kerr. Hey there,
William
pal.
Kerr was the CEO of Perennial Harvest Company. He had become a fixture around town over the past few years. After the failing of Valentine Fertilizer, the town was hungry to welcome a new source of employment.
Excited for the big festival? Come on now, when I was your age, there was nothing more exciting than a town festival. I don't trust this man. He's like... He seems, like, I don't know. I don't trust... Maybe it's just media. Maybe I've been fooled by media and hyenas that they're gonna be doing something bad. Maybe I need to be a little bit more trusting. Sounds pretty alright. You're gosh dang right it is. I'm looking forward to lighting off some steam myself. Make sure to invite all your little friends. I couldn't keep Rolo away if I tried. Excellent. Sorry, Luca, I gotta go back to proverbial grindstone. Our harvest awaits and all that. Okay, who are you? Sorry, young Mr. Van Horn. Sorry, young Mr. Van Horn. We can't talk now. Very busy with the preparation.
Mayor Augustus Valentine was not busy.
Oh, sorry, Gus. How many times do I... It's Mayor Val...
Flustered, Gus instinctively loosened his tie.
Alright. What can the mayor of Beacon Pines do for you today? Just saying hi, I guess. Well, good day to you too, young Mr. Van Horn. There's nothing there. Oh. Oh, we're looking cool. Nope, okay. Waiting for something to happen, and nothing did. Mr. Van Horn, do you have a moment? It's just Luca. Golly, I'm sorry. It's my first week at Perennial Harvest.
He pulled a pen from the pocket of his sweater vest and began to frantically jot something down on a clipboard.
Wonderful, it won't happen again. If we're going to be on a first name basis, then you can call me Pete. Oh, nice to meet you, Pete. Sorry, what are you writing? Oh, just documenting. Gosh, it's exciting to be part of something so darn special. You know, it's not just about new fountains and phone booths. We're gonna change the world. And it all starts here in Beacon Pines. Isn't that amazing? Uh-huh. Anyways, I better get... Oh, that reminds me. We love to hear your thoughts. My thoughts? You bet. If we're gonna change this town, we need to get every detail right. That sounds intense. Changing the world is intense. So what do you say? Could you answer a few questions? Well, I guess if it's quick. Wonderful. Open to answering a few quick questions. One down? See, it's not that hard, is it? Okay, we're going already. Question 2. What is something you love about Beacon Pines? I never really thought about it before. Perfect. It's the only place I've lived. See? That wasn't so painful.
Pete stopped scribbling and glanced up from the clipboard.
Was it, I guess not. Huzzah. I'm confused. I feel like I'm missing, like, sentences. Our first 3 questions answered in record time. Are you literally writing down everything? Thank you so much for your time. I need to process these answers. We can save the rest of your thoughts for later. Our harvest awaits. Okay. Where are these baby children doing? Come on, Andy, grab his wallet. I'm sorry, Iggy, I can't. Do it or we pound ya. Yep, oh, they're bullies. Yeah, but my mom said. Yeah, but. If I had a nickel for every yeah, but. I'd be the freaking king of nickels. Ain't that right, Tish? Yep. Okay, doesn't know how to do anything about that. Oh, I thought it was a bear. It's actually a pig. Hey, Mr. Sinclair
continued snoring and lifted one eyelid just enough to see who it was. A tactic he often used to avoid undesirable conversation.
Yo, Mr. Sinclair. Don't you see I'm sleeping, boy? How's napping today? Crummy as always. Used to have a perfectly nice view from here. Till Perennial Harvest put that monstrosity of a building in the way. Why don't you just move your chair a bit? Why should I be the one that moves? If it's a showdown they want, I ain't gonna be the one who blinks. Okay. Do I really not get a charm for leaning here? Maybe I had to wait till it zoomed in all the way. Nope. Nothing. Where did the junk one come from? Oh, I guess it chooses what you can. I kind of forgot that that we got more than that. Okay, let's go to Rolo. Who the hell are you? Hey, Jetson. Is the line playing any tunes today? No bites this morning, I'm afraid. Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I reeled one in. But hey, it was never about the catch. This is where I come to think. Yeah, that's what my dad used to do here. That reminds me, if you ever want his chair back, I've taken to standing recently. Keeps me from falling asleep at the reel. If you don't mind, I think it should stay. Not at all. An empty chair makes for a great listener.
Whenever Luca saw his dad's chair by the pond, it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown.
Aww, not playing his memories.
Luca opened the tackle box and picked the perfect bait. Luca gently baited a feather onto the hook. Good for skimming the surface.
Give it a good cast now. You have to reel it in a bit faster, or your catch will lose interest.
Luca gently baited. Good for skimming the.
I thought it was a one button press. It was not. Easy there, buckaroo. You don't know your own strength. Okay.
Luca gently baited a. Good for skimming the surface.
A rubber ducky? Well, I'll be switched. It's your old rubber ducky. You were just a little drooling ball of fur when you lost that. Cried for days. I told you it'd turn up.
Luca tied a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring?
That is interesting. Is that a boot? Where do you think the other one is? Hard to say. Sometimes they drift away. That's not fair. No, it's not. Well, whatever it is, I hope the other boot at least has a sock to keep it company. Yeah, we did
Luca
both of
gently
them.
baited a feather. Good for skimming the surface.
Let's see if there's any other stuff we can catch. Or if it's only just the rubber ducky and the boot. Yeah, it's just a rubber ducky. Go pick out your bait. Okay.
Luca tied a shoestring. What fish could resist?
I think I just need to leave now. Yeah. It's all the same here. Oh wait, no, go back. Mission control, authorized personnel only.
The boys had a good thing going, as long as they kept old Jeff happy. They had an endless source of precious materials to add to the treehouse.
I think that acts like a... I could get
After
the
Luca's father
chill
had
one
passed.
later. Oh, maybe there's other stuff that I haven't gotten that I could go back to the memory and fish for other items.
Rollo became obsessed with them building their own Hank atomic star scraper. It was some time before Luca realized it was Rollo's way of keeping him occupied. On certain nights, when the clouds were just right, the boys could tune into strange patterns of static. Rollo thinks it's aliens. He always thinks it's aliens.
It's aliens. I'm telling you right now, it is.
Luca looked up at the satellite dish. Rollo nearly killed himself putting that up into the tree. While it didn't turn the radio into an interstellar communicator, as he'd hoped, it did at least boost the signal enough to overhear truckers one town over.
Well, maybe the pole one might actually work in the fishing. Okay, what's this top secret plan to start our summer? So you know the abandoned warehouse by my place? The old Valentine building? Yeah, well, it isn't abandoned. What makes you think that? Get this. Last night, it was glowing. Glowing, are you sure? Kinda. Kinda's not really... That's not an answer I want a definitely. The place has been empty since the foul harvest? Yeah. Who would even want to poke around that place? We would, Rollo. We would. Wait. It's just a busted old warehouse. I just meant we could do some research at the library. You want to actually go to the warehouse? What do you expect to find? Answers. My mom's out there somewhere, and it seems like everyone wants to pretend that she's gone for good. You don't have to come, Rollo, if you don't want to. Luca, remember that time I sort of accidentally burned down the chicken coop? And you jumped in and said it was your fault before my paw throttled me? This is a flaming chicken coop sort of deal. I got your back. Thanks, Rollo. Now that I think about it, poking around a decrepit fertilizer warehouse is exactly how I want to spend the first day of summer. Let's go.
Luca's winter coat decommissioned for the summer. With the cold holding out longer than usual, he reconsidered its usefulness.
I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh. Let's go. I want to see if the pool works in this memory. And it does.
Luca tied a small magnet to the line, fishing with the law of attraction.
I wonder how many items are here. It might be like 4, or maybe just 3. Depends. A key. Where do you think the lock is for the key? Now, why would we want to find that? Because then we would know the secret. God, that's no fun. The second we know what it unlocks, it just becomes a boring old key. Right now, this key could unlock anything. Cool. Okay. So far 3 items. So, where does Rollo live? Oh, he's over there. Is anyone here we're talking to? No? No one want to talk? No one want to speak? Can we go inside this building? I'm just catching my breath a bit. Go on, I'll catch up. Okay, bye, bestie. Oh, this place actually looks nice. I thought it was all gonna be like Grassy
Holden
everywhere.
Wilder ran the local paper of record, the Beacon Beacon.
Hey, Mr. Wilder. Morning, Luca. What's the day have in store for you? I was wondering if you heard any news about... News? The Beacon Beacon knows the news that needs knowing. Any news about the old fertilizer warehouse? Nope. Oh. Rollo thought he saw some lights there last night. Rella ought to be careful poking around that part of town. The winds of change are blowing. And change is a dangerous animal. Hey, Miss Nelson? Morning, Luca. Any big plans for the summer? Not really. Heard anything about the old fertilizer warehouse? Any strange happenings? Can't say I have. Either way, a dusty old warehouse is no place for a young boy. You be safe now.
Miss Hatch could often be found near the fountain, too absorbed in a book to be distracted.
The two wandered down the wooden path, unaware of the danger ahead. Oh, this is getting good. I have a feeling that me and Rolla are gonna go down a wooden path, unaware of the dangers ahead. Luca, just the fella I was looking for. Hey, Roxy, what's up?
Right. Rendezvous with Roxy. This is an important turning point.
Okay, this is a turning point.
The first time where your charms will change the course of fate. And currently, we only have one suitable charm at our disposal. Have no fear, we can always return later using the Chronicle once we find more charms. Well, now I'm just rambling. Where were we?
Have you seen my blockhead brother today? He skipped out before breakfast. Well, not really, no. Can't say I have. Can't say or won't say. Roxy, would I lie to you? Luca, wait up! I almost forgot to tell you. Roxy might be lurking around here. This is one of her favorite places to stand around and be useless. Rollo. So we need to make sure she doesn't spot us. Rollo? Why are you doing that turning thing with your body? What, you're not scared, are you? She's harmless. And a chump. And she's right around the corner, isn't she? Don't mind me just over here lurking uselessly. Oh, hey, sis. Nice weather we're having. I couldn't help but notice you snuck out this morning before breakfast. Wasn't hungry. Also couldn't help but notice your morning chores were left unchored. Roxy, I'm gonna level with you. I'm sick and tired of digging up carrots. We all gotta pick up the slack since the foul harvest. Almost every carrot I dig up is rotten. And the rest look like they were hit with Hank Atomic Shrinko Ray. All the more reason to keep on digging. There's gotta be more to life than puny carrots. Look, Roxy, look and I have places to be, so if you don't mind... Oh, I do mind. I'm gonna catch hell again because of you. So either you march yourself home and harvest those carrots, or I haul you home myself.
Rollo froze as Roxy took a step toward him, cracking her knuckles. Luca knew he had one chance to save his friend from being dragged home.
I don't think he should save him. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill.
In the past, he found the best
This is
way to
definitely
deal
not
with an
the
enraged Roxy
word for the
was
best
to
path.
Be a little chill.
Come on, Roxy, it's the first day of summer, and the sun's shining, and we just want to take it easy. Let's leave tomorrow's problem for tomorrow. That's great and all, but Rollo's problem have a way of becoming my problems. And Paul always says tomorrow's work is best left for yesterday. March, you big oaf. Aw, rats. Expect a full report about the Valentine place. A full report! Investigate the Valentine warehouse alone. So, Fitz, where are you up to this lovely day? Nope. Cool. Wait, what did it say? Last Chance Diner. Can I go up here? Hello. Piper? Oh, hey, Luca, what's up? You know it's summer break, right? Of course. And it's like the morning. Correct? And you're studying? Like they say, the early bird gets the proper education required for a successful and fulfilling career later in life. Hey, Zariel. Hiya, Luca. Could you please tell this lazy butt to help out in the cafe? Lumi, Zariel would like you. Luca, let me give you a little gem of advice. If you never do what you don't love, then you'll never work a day in your life. Wow, you're really setting the kid up for success. Nothing here. Okay. And it tells you what charms you have to use, which is cool. I assume we have to go to the right. I thought Rolo said it was near his house. So Solomon. Apologies, no time for chit chat.
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
Oh. Looks like the library hasn't opened yet. I'll check back later. Luca, my boy, hold up a tick. Oh, hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I was just on my way to. I just sold the last jar of your grandmother's preserves. Can't stock the shelves fast enough, turns out. Hey, that's great, but I'll guess Juniper will just have to swing by with more of her lovely jam. Uh-huh. Well, don't let this old man slow you down. You just remind her that she still owes me that dance.
A promise Gran regretted the second it was made.
Will do. She's a fine woman, that Juniper. Oh yeah, she's pretty cool, I guess. A real fine. Do not talk. We're talking to this child about this. Gotta go. Sweeter than any jam on earth.
The phone booth was brand new, part of Perennial Harvest's Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. It didn't see much use.
Wrong button. Oh. Child? Oh, hey, Luca. Hey, Joey. How's the bug hunt going? Not great. Bugs have been shy this week. Bugs get shy? Oh, sure, this is Scatter. Oh, sure, bugs aren't that different from people. Sometimes they just want to be left alone. And you're going into Weepwood. Just be careful where you step. No bug crunching, got it? Okay, that was Scatter. That was just Scatter right there. We just met Scatter in person. There's this.
Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
That's strange.
After the foul harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation, the Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town. The Valentine mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
Nope, nothing here. Going up.
The path led into a small hollow at the edge of Weepwood.
Okay, no turning back now. Caution, electrified fence. Is that sign
The
new?
fence thrummed with a gentle electric buzz.
Okay, so what would Rolo do if he was
Luca
here?
often asked himself what Rolo would do, so that he could rule out that option.
And Definitely not touching that thing.
As sparks flew from the fence, the light atop that section shut off. 2 bulbs remained.
Okay. That's
1 more
2.
to go.
Let me look around before I...
Luca knew that if he gave up now,
Just wanted to check and make sure there was something else.
the fence's buzzing gave way to silence.
Okay, moment of truth.
Every kid in town knew the old Valentine Fertilizer Building. Long abandoned, the warehouse once served as the industrial heart of Beacon Pines. Now, it stood only as a reminder of things left behind. The dormant building showed strange signs of life.
Okay, so Rollo wasn't exaggerating for once. What's going on
There was
here?
only one way to find out. The hose emitted a subtle sound. It was actively draining some kind of liquid.
Raining some kind of liquid. Wow, that smells awful. Too bad Rollo's not here. He'd have no problem poking around in there. So I think if I can convince Rollo in a different time, convince his sister rather, that we can actually get Rollo in there and find something. Locked.
Luca thought he heard faint sounds coming from the other side of the door. He pressed his ear against the cold metal to hear better.
A zipper.
The
Footsteps.
sound of footsteps grew louder.
Hello? Shit. They said a bad word. I legitimately wasn't thinking there was going to be adult language in this game. Shit. I got the shit badge.
The heavy steel door knocked Luca to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow. It lunged toward him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto his ankle. Luca watched his fingernails leave trails in the dirt as the hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light. This is a story about change. It was far from the sort of change Luca imagined for himself. But change is, after all, a dangerous animal. The end?
What?
I probably should have warned you about this. There are many paths that our story can take. Most will end in tragedy, but don't let that discourage you.
So Luca got dragged in there and just... So what's happening in there? It seemed like nuclear stuff. I don't know exactly.
We will find the ending that this story deserves. I just know it. From here on out, a charm will have a checkmark when it's been used to its full potential at a given turning point. Now, let's try something different.
Okay. Okay, we need the shit one. Okay, we need to use shit with Roxy. Okay. A little shit.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was
To
to
be a little shit. I love that. Make a break for it. What have you done? Did that little shit just kick me? Run all you want, you little twerps. You gotta come home eventually. I love this. I love this game. Investigate the Valentine warehouse with Rollo. Sorry about that. Rollo can get overexcited sometimes.
Solomon Valentine, current ward of and future successor to the Valentine fortune. huffed as he brushed off his pants.
A town of complete and utter fools. One wonders if it's worth taking anything here seriously. Either way, I'm really sorry. No matter, how are you doing? Me? Yes, with all the business about your mother and whatnot. Oh, I'm getting by. Still no words from her at all. No. That is truly a shame. Your grandmother has taken residence to keep house? Yeah. And how's that going? Who's this child that is a 50-year-old man? We mostly stay out of each other's way. You make it sound like she's rarely at home. It's not like that. She just has a lot to do. She's still settling in and trying to figure out how to make ends meet. Indeed. Well, count your blessings. It's better to have a caretaker who is rarely around in lieu of one who tries to compensate by smothering you with attention. That doesn't sound so bad. Trust me when I say, it's best to rely on yourself. Family has a way of creating more problems than they solve.
Solomon trifled a gesture toward the approaching heiress Valentine.
Speak of the devil. Do not wander off like that. I'm just too busy to be looking all over for you. Apologies, heiress. I was just taking a stroll through town. Strolls are for commoners. You're a Valentine now. I want you to be present for the construction of the History Museum. The future of this town relies on its ability to remember our family's great past. Of course. So before, I think he was running away from her. But because Rollo knocked him down, she caught up. Luca, my boy, hold up a tick. Sorry, Mr. Nuncreed, kinda in a hurry right now. Okay, we didn't hear about the guy. But he's got too much of his father in him. Okay, we didn't hear about the grandma. Oh, and we skipped the other boy. I win. Little help. I am the champion. We were racing? Did that road get longer? Like anything ever changes around here. It seemed longer. You're just lightheaded from the run. You really need to pace yourself better next time. Not sure why I would take advice from second place. Has this sign always been there? Wait, what? Caution, electrified fence. No, that's definitely new. Creepy. How are we gonna get around an electric fence? Don't worry, I've got this. Okay, Rollo really would have just touched it. Why did you do that? Paul always says you can figure out what the plan was when you're done. Great, what now? Well, I did my part and established that touching the fence is bad. I'm sure you can handle it from here. I'll supervise. Okay. From a safe distance. Okay, so we know what to do. Whoa, you're a genius. I think that did it. Luca, you never fail to impress. Okay, now we can go into the
glowing
dumpster.
Windows of the old warehouse came into view, Rollo began to bounce excitedly.
Check it out. Dang, Rollo, you weren't exaggerating for once. Was there ever any doubt? This definitely needs investigating. Good thing 2 ace detectives are on the case. This is bizarre. This is awesome. Oh, there's a rumbling. That did not happen before. Did you feel that? What? The excitement in the air? You bet your butt I did. Check out this puddle. That's not normal. And this hose. Oh man, the door's locked. Try harder. No dice, it won't budge. Oh well. This dumpster is new, right? I bet it's got stuff in it. I can really see what's in here. Who did all this? My nose is itching. I think I smell some treasure. Are you sure it isn't the hazardous waste? Just help me get in. Rolo, it would be my honor to throw you in the trash. I love this. Come on, Lady Luck. So, what's in there? Let's see. A squishy bag of squish. A good inch of stagnant sludge. Your natural habitat. Wait, hold the phone. Hold 2 phones. Check these bad boys out. Are those walkie-talkies? Just like Hank Atomic communicators. Do these actually work? Ground command to Hank Atomic. Hank, do you read me? This is Hank Atomic ground command. You're coming in 5 by 5. How are your vitals read out, Hank? It's getting a little stuffy in here. Requesting assistance for evac. Help is on the way. What was that? Someone's coming. Give me your hand. I'm trying. My hands are covered in squish. Scoot over. I'm coming in. Tell me you saw that. Dude, I don't know what I saw. He's coming back. Get down. Is that body shaped? I'm gonna assume it's not body shaped.
The boy sat petrified under the weight of the bag.
Oh god, tell me that's not what I think it is. Luca, do you know what super run-of-the-mill detectives from Ace of Detectives? What separates run-of-the-mill detectives from Ace Detectives? A ridiculous hat? When the chips are down, Ace Detectives dig deeper for clues.
Rolo felt around at the large sack which burdened them.
Aha.
He snapped off a tag from just within a small zipper opening in the bag.
Some sort of badge or something. What's it
Rolo
say?
held the badge up to a faint shaft of light within the dumpster.
Dr. Prescott. Deep Engineering. It's a name tag. Who would throw away a bag full of slimy old name tags? I think it's just one name tag in the bag full of something else. Okay. I think we should make a break for it. Stay calm, this is no time to panic. This is exactly the time to panic. I'm not panicking! You're panicking. Rolo, calm down. You don't have to squeeze my hand so hard. Dude, I'm not holding your hand. Quit messing around. What other slime-covered hand would be in here? Oh, that was just literally just a body. Is it alive? It's alive. I'm beginning to see the benefit of your run for our lives plan. Right, we've clearly established that I'm much faster than you, so I'll go first. Why not go together? Flamin' chicken coop, Luca. I'll make sure the coast is clear. After I go, count to 100. If you hear me yell run, if you don't hear me yell run, actually either way, haul ass. Rolo, I'll give you credit. You sure found an eventful way to start our summer. It's what I do. Here goes nothing.
Lucas sat in the dark, tracking the sound of Rolo's footsteps as he ran. 1, 2, 3. He pressed his ear to the dumpster wall, straining to hear Rolo's footsteps as they faded away. 15, 16, 17. He tried not to think about the contents of the dumpster as he counted. 35, 36, 37. The thick stench made it hard to breathe. Screw it, that's long enough. Luca carefully lifted the lid and peered out. Nothing. No sign of Rolo. No sign of the man in the yellow suit. Time to haul ass. Luca clambered from the dumpster, stumbling to his knees. He was up like a shot and running, sprinting toward home as fast as he could. Beacon Pines flew by, blurred by the tears that welled up in his eyes. He wouldn't remember getting home at all that night. Throwing his front door open, storming up the stairs to his room and surrendering to sleep almost as abruptly as he hit his pillow. Chapter 3.
I have a feeling Rollo didn't make it home. I was waiting. I was very confident that Rollo would be at some point there. But I don't think that's the case.
Finding a friend. The next morning, it was quieter
Oh,
than
Rollo's
usual at the
gone.
breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished drawing a mess of jam last night. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Oh, nothing interesting. Hello? Calm down. No, of course it was the right thing to do. Start gathering folks, I'll be right there. Are you sure there wasn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? Not really. We just sort of ran around a bit.
Rand's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstance are you to leave. What? If I'm not back by dinner, there's stew in the icebox. But nothing. You are to stay here, understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here till you get back. Good. So that was either Rollo's parents or Grandma knows something that we don't. Oh, and Luca, you left the icebox open yesterday. We're not made of money, you know. Oh, did I? I didn't even realize. Well, that was strange. Oh, I must have left it open yesterday. I did turn off the water, though.
An eerie electronic sound echoed from Luca's bedroom.
Oh, right, the walkie-talkie thing. Hello? Rollo, is that you? Over?
Luca glanced at the now silent walkie-talkie. He wasn't sure what to think. He wasn't sure what.
Oh, there's a knock at the door. Okay, that scared me. Everything is so scary all of a sudden. I'm coming. Oh, hey, Roxy. If this is about me, accidentally kicking you yesterday. Is Rollo here? No? Look at me, Luca. This is serious. Is Rollo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rollo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luca's
I
stomach.
knew it. Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around yesterday in Weepwood, and then it was late and we went home. Weepwood. If he's alive, I'm going to kill him. Kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he
Luca's
said?
mouth felt dry.
No, we were just messing around. Okay. I need to let people know to check the woods. You just stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something.
Luca could feel his heart beating in his throat.
Rollo. Where are you? Check the library for Rollo. Well, it would make more sense to check. Hey Bert, have you seen Rollo? Nope. Though I've mostly been talking to clipboards. They're setting up lots of stuff for the festival. This one said he had to process some answers. I told him that was fine. I'll wait here until he gets back. I want to see if there's any other things we could catch up from memory. Nope. Just those
Luca
three.
tied a what fish?
Howdy, Luca. Hello again, Pete. I'm not Pete, you silly goose. It's Toby. You could have fooled me. Well, hey, it's no problemo. The problem thing is, we love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I'm getting that impression. We're all a part of something special, Luca. And it all starts right here in Beacon Pines. I got
He
it.
looked up from the clipboard excitedly.
That's right. So how about you start by telling me? Look, no offense, but I got my own stuff to take care of. Ah, you joker. Well, we're all part of this together. You'll let us know when you're free to answer a few questions. We really need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. If Roxy said she will be here, then she will be here. I don't see why I'm standing around, doing nothing, and waiting for Roxy, when I could be standing around, doing nothing, and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi, Roxy needs our help. My parents wouldn't listen. No offense, but isn't Rolo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't, so I guess it's up to us to check Weepwood. Our shift doesn't end for another couple of hours. We could be spending the time making posters. That would be great, I guess. Right. Fitz and I will check Weepwoods. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Weepwood. Let's swing by my house and grab it before we head out. What's this about a missing child? I must stress that the situation is completely under control. It just all seems so terrible. Are you sure there's nothing we can do to help? Nonsense, young Mr. Cotter will turn up safe and sound, I am certain. You'll just focus on settling in. I trust my sister has supplied you with suitable lodging. Oh yes, Miss Valentine has become more than accommodating. We were just telling our daughter Beck that. Now, where did she run off to? His eyes went wide in disbelief. What do you mean vanished? That's impossible. He doesn't even see the danger he's in. She's completely foreshadowing.
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Hey,
Kato
Kato.
was lost in his reading. Luca crooked his neck to see the title, Introduction to Melitology.
Oh, hey, Luca, you snuck up on me. Good book? Don't know, just started
He
it.
gestured to the shelves.
I'm really running out of books I haven't read yet. So now it's on to the wonderful world of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. For instance, did you know that around 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? Or that if there are two queens in a hive, they will fight to the death for supremacy? That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rolo around recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out for him, okay? Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. Hey, Jace. Oh, hey, Luca. Did Rolo come by? No. I was actually surprised. He's usually here early on days when a new issue drops. Rolo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me you know where. I don't know where. He know where. Oh. Roger? Roger that, Space Cadet. Protect this kid. This kid's a chum. There's a bug-loving kid that we saw earlier.
There were rarely any actual new additions. Simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week. Oh, the cobs I've eaten. A salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous.
For the mildly adventurous, that's for me.
Sally Seashore's simple succulent sundries. Luca brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible.
Succulent.
A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu. One of the greatest acting minds of our time. By Patrick C. Montesquieu.
Oh, I love that. That, when I write a memoir, it's gonna be literally like that.
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books.
Thought that was the same kid. No, it was a different kid. The bottom corner shelf was a
Only one binding was clean enough to read. Cellular biology and the chemistry of
I think I need to
mitosis.
go get more batteries. Apparently, I have not been charging them very long. I'll be right back. I need to go grab another battery. Oop. That one just flew out. I need a good place to actually put these. And they're not in the charger. That'll do. Okay. There we go.
Mycological phosphorescence.
Or like, my complete loss of interest. Okay, that was funny, actually.
The entire top level of the library was devoted to comics.
Wow.
Most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser revered spin-offs.
That's actually, all things considering, a pretty big comic section for like a library. What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luca Van Horn. Oh, this is the girl of the two women that were concerned about Rolo. You new here? Yep, not by
Max's
choice.
family moved often, giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way.
I'm lucky for my friend Rolo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing? I guess so. Like missing? Does that sort of thing happen a lot around
Luca
here?
shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Worst person to ask that to. Well, that sucks. Yeah. So I should probably get going. Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. What? So says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Yep, well, technically it landed on heads. Leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, that's kind of like me and Rolo. I guess Rollo is my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. The name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. This is the bug child. Joey, have you seen Rollo around? No, sorry, Luca. I've had my eyes in the dirt looking for beetles. I can't seem to find any. He never came home. I think whatever happening at this thing is causing all the bugs to leave. Because that beehive is also empty. He never came home last night. Do you think it's because it's been colder than normal? I don't see why that would be anything to do with Rollo. No! The beetles! Do you think the temperature confused their circadian rhythm or something? Who's to say? I know, beetologist. Just keep an eye out for him, would ya? Of course. Oh, they covered the fence. Dang, they boarded up the way in. The kid is you, it really is. Okay, so we can't get in through there. Oh, I didn't know there was a back section here.
Luca felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what that is. Well, the next obvious step is science. And what does science suggest? Poke it with the stick.
Luca watched as Beck dipped a broken tree branch into the goo. Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood.
They're trying to make like super fertilizer, and I don't think it's going well.
First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
What the? Cool.
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray. Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Okay, so the science tells us this gunk is weird as hell. Oh yeah, it seems dangerous. No kidding, your expertise are ground beetles. Nice. Hey Tish, look what the cat dragged in. Yup. I don't have time for this right now, Iggy. Aw, don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish? Yup. She looks fine to me. Why, hello. I don't think we have been properly introduced. Iggy's in the name. This is my compatriot, Tish. I want to call her Trish. Yup. You probably heard of us. Can't say I have. I'll forgive you just this once on account of you being new around here. Why would you hang out with this dud? Oh, he seems pretty alright. Iggy, what do you have to be so... you? Has he even told you that his parents skipped out on him? Shut up. It's true, they got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him. Iggy, I'm only gonna say this one time. Don't talk about my family. Oh, well, look who's grown a backbone now that a girl's around. First his pops croaked, then his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced. We're gonna fight. I'm gonna fight this child.
Luca,
I'm gonna fight this child.
By the glowing puddle.
We have the fight charm. I'm gonna fight.
Beck could see tears welling in Luca's eyes, his fists clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city. But a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and thought.
Time to bust out the... Come on! Okay. We will tickle.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey Tish, wanna see something cool? Yep. Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
Okay, this is Beck, so it's not really Luca. What the Tish? Is she tickling you? Yep.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter. Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening
His
us.
eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. See you around, new
Iggy
kid.
kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Oh, that's not gonna be good. Whoa. What a little creep. Beck, I think I got... You got a little ooze in your
Beck
hair.
shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is it bad? It depends on what your feelings about having a more mature, refined look. Oh god.
Chapter 4. The Best Policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Okay. So we did have... So that's that. That's that. So there is strange. We've completed everything except for the path we're on. See if there's anything around here. Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else to do here. Oh. Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with gray hair just run past us in a
Roxy
panic?
and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were just helping look for Rollo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the
Roxy's
truth.
temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling, but this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of
In a
time.
torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rollo and I weren't just playing in Weepwood yesterday. We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse. But someone was there in a strange suit, and we hid in a dumpster and had a very heavy bag dropped on us. And I think it was a body. So we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home. And it was all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Well, just
Roxy,
wow.
still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Rollo's gonna be back,
Roxy
I
drew herself
promise. I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around and I have to do
Roxy
something.
tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
Go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sounds like a plan?
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. I like Roxy. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than
Looking
normal.
into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. Wait at the treehouse in case Rollo shows up.
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Whoa, don't sneak up on me on an old fella like that. Sorry. Who were you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh no, I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money if you ask me. Any word from Rollo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rollo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boy antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rollo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank, he did get lost. Someone took him, I know it. How would you know that? Unless Lucas or something else that you know?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Dang it, boy, if there's something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
There was, like, shame lurking behind those eyes.
There was a shame lurking behind those eyes. A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rollo, maybe he could help.
Yesterday, Rollo and I went messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rollo when he went missing? Not exactly, I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange... Was he the one in the yellow suit? The build fits. Someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think it was a body. I'm sure it was all just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
It was him. He was the guy in the yellow suit. Why did you have to... I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
But you, Van Horns, just can't help yourselves, can you? We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What are you doing? It's out of my hands
The door
now.
latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit. Oh my
As Luca
god.
pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet. The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. Two large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
Oh, this game. Oh my god. Fuck.
Wait. No, this isn't the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
Okay. So we finished the shame route. So if we do strange instead of tickle. Yeah, that's the only thing we can do, is do strange instead of tickle.
Well, time to bust out the strange.
Alright, Luca, looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? We're about to pound your friend.
Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk. Yep. Stop being a weirdo. Hello, are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense, wackadoos travel in packs.
At
Dud.
the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach.
This is what I wanted.
Iggy's clothes were drenched in the glowing ooze.
Oh, that's gonna do something bad. You jerk, my clothes are ruined. I'm
Iggy's
gonna...
voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
Oh, that's not gonna be good. I don't feel so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh shit. Oh no, what's gonna happen to that child? That was intense. Iggy's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems
Person at
okay.
the warehouse. The strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to find Rollo. He took the words out of my mouth. Okay, there's nothing here, so we can leave. Oh. Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We were just helping look for Rollo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news? Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So where was he? It's funny, really. He just got a little turned around in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know? I'm starting to get that impression. Rollo's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Well, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get lost yourselves. Yeah, come on, Beck. Can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandmother was looking for you. She was? She was worried sick. You should march straight home. Beck, your folks might be getting worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work anyway.
Beck glanced toward Luca.
I guess all wells that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay.
Rollo was safe.
That's a
wave
relief.
of relief washed over Luca, which was quickly replaced by a sense of dread. Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits. Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran, I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? I know I wasn't supposed to go anywhere. I was just helping look for Rollo. On the back. There's something over here. Oh. Roxy came over. She was worried about him. I figured you wouldn't mind if I helped look for him. It turns out Rollo is safe and sound.
Luca was alone. The house was empty.
So Grand's not back yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nothing to do now but sleep, I guess. Oh, now Grandma's not gonna come home.
Luca was sitting by the pond, listening to small waves lap against a rock. His father sat in a folding chair in front of him. Without turning, he spoke. Why don't you grab me some nice bait? Sure thing, Dad. Luca hopped over to the tackle box and popped open the lid. Inside was a rolling, buzzing mass. We're fishing with bees? Luca's father gave a warm chuckle. Well, you catch more fish with bees than honey. Pick us out a good one. Luca closed his eyes and plucked out a bee. He could feel its wings struggle between his finger and thumb. Holding it at arm's length, he hurried over. His father deftly baited the hook and examined his work. Interesting choice. With a practiced flick of the wrist, the line buzzed in a graceful arc. The water accepted it without a splash or ripple. The wrong choice. But I respect it. The pond began to freeze over. Sometimes we gotta make the wrong choice before we can make it right. Pallid ice propagated across the still surface with an alarming speed. Luca scrambled back as the ground beneath him turned cold. Dad, I don't understand. Sorry, kiddo. Understanding isn't always part of the deal. The relentless ice shot through the fishing line toward his father. Dad, look out! His father casually wound the reel. None of it's your fault, you know. Never was. Dad, we have to go! Luca grabbed his father's shoulders, trying to pull him away. Please, you have to run! The ice crackled as it spread across his father's hands. That's the thing about fishing, Luca. His chest began to crystallize. You toss your hook in, and you never know what you're gonna pull out. A shock of searing cold ran up Luca's arms. He gave one last desperate tug. The chair tipped backwards in a single frozen mass. Luca tried to stop the momentum, but it was too late. He watched the icy form of his father slam into the hard ground, shattering into 1,000 pieces that crowded around his feet. Dad, I don't understand. What does all this mean? The gentle rustle of leaves was the only reply.
Okay. Oh, the walkie-talkie. I forgot about
Luca's
that.
eyes struggled to focus on the walkie-talkie.
Rollo?
Faintly, he could hear Rollo amongst the noise.
Luca. Rollo, is that you? Luca. There? Rollo, it's the middle of the night. Luca, thank God. Listen, I don't know how long this will work down here.
Rollo's
Down
voice
here?
was coming through more clearly now, but some words were still just static.
Listen to me, someone grabbed me yesterday. What, the man in the hazmat suit? It was... took me to some sort of... I think I'm underground. Underground? Are you okay? Kinda. They seem more interested in... for now at least. Mr. Kerr said you made it back home safe. Kerr? No. Trust. He's... Hold on, someone's
The
coming.
signal went silent. Luca held still, waiting for a response, his pounding heartbeat marking the passage of time.
Okay, I think they're gone. Getting worse. I can barely hear
Rollo's
you.
voice began to fade.
Losing signal. Not much time. Mission control. You need to... blank the treehouse. The
With that-
treehouse.
The signal died for good.
What was he trying to say about the treehouse? What's about the treehouse? The antenna. He wants me to use the antenna treehouse to get better signal. Rollo, you're a
Luca
genius.
grabbed the walkie-talkie and sprinted to the treehouse.
Hook up the walkie-talkie to the radio in the treehouse. Should I do some exploring?
Luca heard a group of footsteps approaching. He dashed behind the bushes to avoid being spotted.
Okay. So we all understand our roles. You can count on me. I still think we need more time. That wasn't the original
Mr.
plan.
Tolliver paused, shifting his eyes to one side.
We're all in danger now. I, for one, refuse to sit idly by while the danger persists. Hiram, you just keep your wits about
Mr.
you.
Tolliver took one long, quiet breath.
You're right. You can count on me. I just wish we could have made the deal with Eris Valentine. Her resources would have still come in handy. As I said, I have no time to contact her after your call this morning. Plans change. How's Luca holding up? He's fine. We shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is all... I know very well what all of this is for. We have no choice. Operation Sparkplug has a new objective. Are we in
The
agreement?
three shared a determined look.
Good. We'll reconvene after the festival. Fran. Why are you meeting with Mrs. Fratelli and Mr. Tolliver late at night? Hey, Luca. I love this bat child. Ah, Dawn, you scared me. How long have you been there? Oh, just a few minutes. Earlier today, I saw Mr. Tolliver and your Gran enter the diner together. When my shift at the newsstand was over, they still hadn't left. So I used the greatest tool of any investigative reporter. Time. When they left, I tailed them here. What do you think they're up to? Whatever it is, they seem organized and determined. They mentioned the festival. Yeah, I heard that too. Has your Gran been doing anything different recently? Anything strange? She got a phone call this morning and rushed out the door. A call from Hiram Tolliver, it seems. She was either furious or terrified. Or both. Luca, be careful out there. I think we might be in the middle of the scoop of a lifetime. I will. Are you coming out? No, I'm gonna stake out here for a bit longer. See ya, Luca. Slowly descends. We haven't gone here.
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and uninspiring. A sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
Oh, what's happening over here? I did it. I changed the sign. Splendid. Did anyone see you? I don't believe so. You were right. It was simple enough to rearrange the letters. Odd choice for a prank, though. In situations such as these, odd is good.
The two boys shared a mischievous grin.
I can't wait for everyone to see the big reveal. It should be quite memorable. Let's make ourselves scarce for now. They changed the thing? Oh, it's covered. It's covered. Okay. Oh, struggle.
Luca placed a sinker on the line. Sometimes the best stuff is at the bottom of the pond.
A message in a bottle. Okay, so I assume there's 6 items. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard liquor for a hard man. Best leave that be. Takes a real piece of work to leave something like that lying around. Rolo, are you there? I'm at the treehouse now, Rolo. Mr. Kerr said you were alright. What happened out there? Hey, get Rolo, where are you? The fuck? Who's there?
Could only see a cloaked shape behind the rocket.
I got weapons in here, so you better come out right now.
Strained to hear as a muffled voice began.
Is it the little child that got covered in the ooze? Weapons. How could he hurt something that's already dead?
Fear gripped Luca's throat.
Who are you? What, you don't recognize me? I guess I don't even recognize myself anymore.
Moment, trying to place the dampened voice. The figure shifted slowly from behind the rocket, revealing itself to Luca.
I'm a monster. And now they hunt me like the beast I am.
Luca
Iggy.
reached over empathetically. Iggy's tone jolted to dejected anger.
Don't touch me. This is all your
Luca
fault.
slumped to the ground, overwhelmed by guilt.
He honestly doesn't look that different. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I lost control. So you couldn't control yourself for a second, and I get to be like this forever. There must be a way to fix this. Oh, you're gonna be my savior? Perfect little Luca saves the day, with his positive attitude and the power of friendship. None of this matters. There's no time. They're after me. They chased me all through Weepwood. I only came in here to hide. Hide from who? Who's after you? Luca. It's not safe, Luca. Rollo, where are you? The treehouse. I'm at the treehouse, Rollo. Where are you? No, Luca. The treehouse isn't safe. They said they're going to the treehouse. I was trying to tell you to stay away from the treehouse. Who said they're going to the treehouse? The clipboards. What did I tell you? Those perennial harvest wackadoos are after me. They've been chasing me, yelling questions at me. What sort of questions? They were saying the same stuff they always do, but it's different now. Less asking, more threatening. We're gonna figure this out, Iggy. Yeah, well, thanks. Hello? Is anyone present in this arboreal domicile? Crap, they found me. Luca, what's happening? Don't panic, you stay here and I'll see what they want. Oh fuck, okay, that's horrifying. Hello, Mr. Van Horn. We would love to hear your thoughts. Do you have time for an informal chat? We will be brief. Your time is valuable to us. Be down in just a second. Of course. We have a problem. Okay, you gotta get out of there. Who's out there? Is it them? Yeah, it's the clipboards. A bunch of them. How many? Maybe all of them? And yeah, you were right. They are saying the same stuff, but with the creepy knob cranked to 10. Might young Iggy be present? We would love to hear his thoughts.
Iggy slumped to his knees.
I don't know what to do. I'm just so tired. Luca, what do we do?
Luca grabbed the walkie-talkie and headed for the window.
Follow my lead.
Luca and Iggy climbed up the back of the treehouse to its roof, where Rollo had constructed his MCDC, the Mission Control Defense Cannon. From behind the crowd of clipboards, William Kerr strode forward, a warm smile on his face.
I knew he was not to be trusted. Iggy, there you are. You gave us all of a heck of a scare. Go away, just leave me alone. I'm so sorry, Iggy, but no can do. Don't worry though, we're here to help. Help? Then why are you chasing me? Luca, can you talk some sense into your pal here? Just look at him, he's not well. What's wrong with him? What did that gunk do to him? Well, that's a pretty honkin' big question, Luca. All you need to know is that he's sick. He's real sick, Luca. And I just need you to let us up there and take care of him. You told me Rollo was okay, that he was back at his place resting. He is, poor fella, just got a little lost. That's a lie. This is a hurtful thing to say, Luca. I thought we were buddies. Why, because he lets you ramble on like a wackadoo? Nobody likes you, you creep.
His smile faltered.
Why don't you pop on down here so we can have a face-to-face? Yelling like this is gonna give us all heck of a sore throat. And who wants that?
Luca's grip tightened on the MCDC.
What did you do to Rollo, you liar? Well, shucks, Luca. The only teeny tiny fib I told you was that he was at home. He is resting, and he is perfectly safe. For now, at least. What happens to him next is up to you, Luca. Look around. You're in quite a pickle, and I'm the only person in the whole wide world who can help you. You get to decide how this ends.
Luca's mind raced. He was caught in a trap. What do you do when there's no hope? He wiped his cheeks with a sleeve. What are you gonna do, Luca?
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Fight. He swung the Mission Control Defense Cannon around, aiming it confidently at the smirking face of William Kerr.
Hey, Mr.
Luca
Kerr.
summoned his most insolent demeanor.
Rollo sends his regards. Oh, poor Luca. Hey, that was uncalled for. More than a little rude. and just plain unsanitary. Luca, I really did think we were good pals. What a shame that it's come to this.
Turned his back on the two boys.
End
With a
this.
nonchalant wave of the hand, he made his exit. As the clipboards began to slowly advance on the treehouse, Luca looked to Iggy with resignation in his eyes. The end.
Not the end.
That escalated quickly. Maybe discretion was the better part of valor here. Let's put a pin in this for now.
Okay. Oh, we can now struggle at this point. Interesting. I honestly wouldn't think that's where we would go, but that's where we're going. That's so... I love this game.
This is a story about struggle. Luca could hear a machine humming somewhere nearby. He felt around wildly, searching for something, anything that could help. His hands found a hard object, maybe a tile. He yanked it free, lifting the cold stone. Let me go! Luca swung the tile as hard as he could at the shape that still held fast to his leg. He heard the crack of glass as the stone hit the assailant's mask. With a muffled yelp, the hand let go. Luca was free and scrambled to the door. He never looked back once on the long run home. Chapter 3.
Okay, this is wild.
Everything's fine. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished drawing a message jam last night. So I need to get delivered. This is all the same. What did you run? Yes to. Had things to do, so I parked around town. I've set the jam down by the front door. There's 2 batches to drop off. One for Mr. Tolliver at the Bag and Wag. Another for Miss Fratelli at the diner. Oh, and Mr. Nuncreed. He said he wanted some more. I suspected as much. Yes, he seems to have taken a particular interest in my jam. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, it's because he has a crush on her, forgot. There are some extras in the basket for that enthusiastic gentleman. Just make sure Fratelli and Tolliver get the ones on top. No problem. Off with you now while the day is still young. Hello, it's Juniper Hartford. Before you hang up, just hear me out. I have a business proposition. The simple matter is we both have the same problem that needs solving. Very well, we can meet tonight. Something shady with Grandma. Okay, sorry about yesterday. Roxy can be so annoying. But good news, no more boring chores for me today. Did you make it to the old Valentine warehouse? So what did you find? Give me the dirt. Something happened. There was someone else there. What? Who was it? Was it aliens? I knew it would be aliens. No. Zombies? No. Alien zombies. What else could it possibly be? Rollo? I gotta deliver these into town first. We can catch up after. Oh, is it a whole thing? It sounds like a whole thing. Yeah, we should talk about it. We shouldn't talk about it here. Meet me at the treehouse tonight. I'm sure what this treehouse is that you speak of. Sigh. Mission control. Roger that, Space Cadet.
The road leading to Beacon, sort of.
Here's Bug Child. Nope. Oh, you can't talk to him. Wait, watch your step. Oh, sorry. There was a whole family of beetles here. They've gone missing. I thought they just sort of wandered around. Everyone has a home, Luca. Even
Luca checked the
beetles.
soles of his sandals.
I think we're okay. It's weird that they're gone. They went missing when the festival preparation began. Do you think the noise scared them away? Something like that. Just watch your step, okay? Yeah, it's definitely the whatever with the thing. You can tell those jerks, it doesn't matter how many boxes they pile up, I ain't moving. Mr. Wilder, I trust you have time to chat.
Eris Valentine, oldest of Sharper Valentine's children, and heir to the Valentine fortune, had a way of making questions seem like demands.
Certainly. What seems to be the
Mr.
problem?
Wilder had learned to assume that if he was hearing from Eris, it was because she had taken issue with something he had put in the paper.
I couldn't help but notice the front of the page of this morning's paper was consumed with stories about this silly festival. Well, yes, that is the news of the day, but there's no mention of the museum, nor the foundation through which it was endowed. I'm sorry, Miss Valentine. My readers are more so interested in the town's future rather than any one family in particular. There was a time, Mr. Wilder, when the goings-on the family was the only thing the town cared about. Well, things change, ma'am. And you know, change is dangerous. If you finish that thought, I will make that monocle a permanent fixture of your anatomy. My apologies. Good day, Mrs. Valentine. Did I give you the impression this conversation was finished?
Mr. Wilder averted his gaze and began to polish his monocle.
Well, good day, Mr. Wilder. Okay, what do you have to say? Anger from the past, mistakes not yet made, and glimmering hope for the future. He carried them all in equal parts everywhere he went. Oh heavens, what a burden to bear. We haven't been here yet. How do you keep the ice cream cold? We keep them on ice. Where do you get the ice from? I don't know, somewhere cold. How do you keep somewhere cold? Look, Bert. Do you want ice cream or not? No, I'm good.
Huddled at his counter, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining apples. More accurately, Hiram Tolliver was meticulously shining one apple.
Hello?
With a yelp, Mr. Tolliver fumbled the apple, flailing at the air as it fell.
Oh, sorry. No bother, no
He
bother.
leaned forward and lowered his voice.
I see you have something for me. Yeah, Gran had some jam I'm supposed to give you.
He leaned in a bit further.
Jam? Yeah, the ones on top. She wrote your name on
Mr.
them.
Tolliver leaned back, speaking loud enough for anyone to hear.
Ah, yes, the jam. Thank you so much for delivering this jam to me.
He reached forward and snapped up the jars of jam, giving Luca a little wink.
I think Grandma's selling weed. I shall put it on my store shelves post-haste. Okay, I should finish my deliveries. Of course. Of
He leaned
course.
in for a final whisper.
Of course. That wasn't weird at all. I touched it. I touched it. I wonder if you... Okay, wait, can I smack it again? Or am I done? No, you can, okay. Because now I'm wondering if I just have to sit there and wait at that one spot. Sharper Valentine, a celebration of excellence.
We all know Beacon Pines is a great town. What you may not know is great towns grow from mighty roots. And that is why you cannot tell the story of Beacon Pines without telling the story of one Sharper Valentine. Young Sharper's keen intellect and strong moral fiber led to a grand vision. A vision of a community dedicated to a better tomorrow. In his own words, a better tomorrow is within our grasp, but it requires a singular mind to harness it. Lucky for us, he decided to grow that vision here, in Pekin Pine. And how does one grow a better tomorrow? With fertilizer, of course. Valentine's Fertilizer Company became the lifeblood of a town yearning for purpose. But then tragedy struck, a scientific experiment gone wrong. An accident which took Shopper away from us far too soon. To this day, we struggle to pick up the pieces. But one foul harvest isn't enough to stop the people of Beacon Pines. The spirit of Sharper Valentine lives on. It lives in the hearts of everyone with a dream for a better tomorrow. Together, we will follow his example and grow a bountiful future. Paid for by the Valentine family and the Valentine Fertilizer Company Remembrance Fund.
Okay, yep, trustworthy. That was unhelpful. Oh, let's go back behind the cafe, see if there's anything there. Nope. Oh wait, go back. I didn't look at that statue. Sharper Valentine, founder of Beacon Pines. Never underestimate what a great man can do given
A
time.
bit much, if you ask me.
Indulgent. Well, there's been some weird stuff going on at the old Valentine warehouse. Can't say I know anything about the old warehouse, but empty hives don't stay empty for long. Huh?
Otto motioned to the book in front of him.
The more I read about bees, the more similarities I see with people. If a hive collapses and fails, it doesn't stay empty for long. A new queen will set up shop pretty quickly. So you're saying it would make sense for someone new to start using the warehouse? Nature abhors a vacuum. Hey Jace. Oh hey Luca. Have you seen this issue of Hank Atomic? Not yet? No spoilers please. It's awesome. It's a flashback. No spoilers please. We get to see how mild-mannered Henry Adams becomes. A Hank Atomic man of space justice. Jace, no spoilers! Oh sorry. My point is you're gonna love it. Alright Jace. Catch you later. Can you hear the child? Okay. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Luca, what's
Dawn
up?
had dreams of becoming a big-time reporter. At night, she searched for the story that could be her big break. By day, she hawked papers at the newsstand.
They got you on jam delivery, eh? Yep. Hey, Dawn, have you noticed anything weird around town lately? What sort of weird things? Sort of stuff going on in the old Valentine building. You might say I've heard some things. I'm working on a story about it right now. So what's going on? Can't say quite yet. I still need to follow up on a few leads. Keep me in the loop, okay? Sure thing. Have you seen the new kid around yet? New kid? Yeah, came in from the big city. Her parents both got jobs here. But get this, one of them is working for William Kerr and Perennial Harvest. And the other is working for Eris Valentine. And the Valentine represents Beacon Pines' past, and Perennial Harvest has positioned itself as the town's future. Okay, so are both bad because clearly the Valentines have something to do with the old fertilizer factory and all that stuff happening and trying to make a fertilizer that really helps grow stuff. But, you know, bad things happen with it. And Perennial Harvest is the Kerr people with the clipboards, which were trying to capture us. So, are they working together? What's happening there? Must make for some interesting dinner table conversations, I can imagine. Go over there. Well, if it isn't my favorite little jam runner. Hey, Miss Fratelli. Look at you.
Forward and pinch Luca's cheek.
You're all skin and bones. If your gran not feeding you? She is, it's just, I understand. You know, I taught your mama how to cook back in the day. You may not even remember, but you and her used to help out in the diner. See that picture over there? That's you helping your mama back in the day. So cute running around your little apron taking orders. Sigh, the whole situation just breaks my heart with what happened with Eleanor. I got a feeling she's out there somewhere yearning to be with you again. Few things in this world can keep a mother from her son.
Luca shifted the basket uncomfortably.
Oh yes, let's see
Mrs.
here.
Fratelli lifted the cloth and inspected the jam.
Ah, they even have my name on them. How thoughtful.
She carefully lifted out her jars of jam.
You tell your gran hello for me, Luca. Will do. Okay, anything over here? I am interested to see if, game, fight, range, chill. Okay, the break and stuff have no use here. Okay. If I could just be left alone, young Mr. Van Horn. Oh, sure. Sorry to bother you. It's just that Mr. Kerr was asked me to make the opening speech at the festival. Being mayor and all, you might expect me to be a charismatic speaker. The truth is, I'm terribly nervous. I really don't think I'm cut out for this sort of thing. Cut out for being mayor or for public speaking? Both, I suppose. I never really chose any of this. It's more of a duty to my family. Or our legacy. That sounds like a heavy burden. As for the festival, just speak from your heart, and I'm sure it will be great. Okay, bring this to the guy that we know is evil, but Luca doesn't know it's evil because he hasn't lived that future. But at the same time, we know it's a bad thing. I don't want to do this, and he knows that we know. He knows because he's the guy. Oh, I don't want to bring it. I don't want to bring it. I don't want to bring it. Okay, let's bring it. Has to be done. Got some jam for you, Mr. Nuncreed. Luca, you seem chipper. Well, aside from being on delivery duty, it's a nice day.
Mr. Nuncreed eyed Luca for a moment, then nodded in agreement.
I suppose it is. So do you want your jam? Oh, right. Usually Juniper drops those off herself. I guess she's busy today. Anyways, this is my last delivery for the day. Oh, in that
Nuncreed
case,
snatched the basket from Luca.
I'll hold on to the basket until next time I see your gran. Hey you! Anchovies or pineapple? What? Don't think. Just answer. Pineapple? Why? How old are you? 12? Perfect. Follow me. Who are you? Anyone ever tell you ask too many questions? Just try to keep up, okay? What just happened? Well, we have to meet Beck somehow. Hey, what a crazy coincidence. Here's my new friend I was just telling you about. Oh, that's wonderful. Yep, we just hit it off. Oh, really? Get this. His favorite pizza topping in the whole world is pineapple. Oh, and what is your your new little friend's name?
Beck locked eyes with Luca. The look on her face was equal parts expectant and desperate.
Luca Van Horde, nice to meet you. I'm Nellie, and this is Ilona. We're Beck's
Beck
parents.
gave Luca a quick nudge.
Oh yeah, Beck told me all about you. I already feel like we've known each other for years. So you can both stop assessing about me making friends. Oh darling, we never doubted you. It's just that for children with fewer than 5 close friends, the probability of a stunted development doubles. Don't fucking call me out like this. Well, one day, 4 to go, I guess. 1 down, 4 to go. What Nelly means is that we just want this move to be as easy on you as possible. You can relax. A friend has been friended. This calls for a celebration. Luca, you must join us for dinner tonight. Dinner? Wow, another coincidence. I actually already asked him to, and he said he would love to. It's just wonderful. In that case, we should pick up some groceries. If you two don't get into too much trouble now. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Thanks a ton. You're welcome? I owe you one. My moms are great and all, but they can be a bit much sometimes. Our house is a little cottage next to that big mansion place. Wait, you live on the Valentine estate? Yeah, that's the spot. Meet me by their big creepy gate. Don't be late. Or I'm back to square one on this whole friend grift. Great, see you there. Meet back at the big creepy gate. But we also need to... Oh, are we not meeting Rolo at the treehouse? Let me see if any of these other ones are for this thing. Smack.
Luca stuck a toy stretchy hand onto the hook.
I love
Those
those.
things always get dirty anyway.
That a bracelet? Should we give it to Mom? She likes jewelry. That's a sweet thought, Buckaroo, but I'm not sure she fully appreciates a pawn bracelet. There might only be one thing left. No, Rolo's not here. Maybe it's after dinner. Okay, let's go back to the thing. Oh, who are you? Good morning, Jeff. What's so good about it? Another day further down the tubes, if you ask me. Come on now, it's not all bad. The festival's coming up. The festival. Old man Valentine used to put on cockamamie shindigs all the time. Where did that get us? Well, it's perennial harvest putting on this one. And they're doing it for the whole town. As far as I see it, the difference between the old Valentine Company and this new perennial harvest
Jeff
outfit
dug through his pockets for a bit.
is the difference between this empty soup can and this brown banana. But those are both garbage. Exactly. So, who all lives in that house? Eris and Gus Valentine grew up there, and Solomon moved in a few years back. The creepy little kid in the vest? That sounds like the one. So just 3 people live in that huge thing. I bet a bunch of shady stuff happens all the time in a place like that. Not really, the Valentines pretty much keep to themselves. So it's empty and boring? Pretty much. What a waste. My mom says that it used to be way busier back before Sharper died. Before the foul harvest. Okay, that's like the 5th time someone mentioned this foul harvest thing. And you all use the same ominous tone. Eventually, you're going to explain to me how the harvest got all fouled up. But we can't keep my parents' wedding anymore. This way. Most kids would have ditched me by this point. Why are you still here? You look like you could use some help. You know what, Luca? You're not so bad. Let's get through this as simply as possible. Just eat, smile, and nod. Fun. Great, whatever you do, don't bring up their work. I think I can handle
took
that.
A long breath, then gave a firm nod.
Here goes nothing.
Chapter 4. Dinner with the Moodwills.
Moodwills.
Ilona Moodwill was worried about change. A gardener at heart, she understood the necessity of change, relied on it even. But there was a difference between the controlled world of her plants and this cluttered cottage in a strange town. Almost done. Nellie was a blur of activity, digging through boxes. Sorry, love, couldn't find the dishes. We'll have to make do with paper plates. Dinner went by without much conversation. As she watched Beck and Luca finish up their pizza, Ilona let herself relax into the chair. The things she cared about were still here. Nellie finally had the job of her dreams. Beck was beginning to take root. Ilona's task was simply to tend to them. She could do that.
So, Lucas, tell us about yourself. Where do you live? Oh, I live with my grandma. Over on the other side of the river. Your grandma? Where are your parents at? Beck? Manners. It's alright. My dad passed away in an accident at the fertilizer plant 6 years back. Oh dear. My mom's been missing for a few months now. Like missing?
Lucas' eyes were fixed to his plate, pushing a chunk of pineapple around with his finger. Nellie was the one who eventually broke the silence.
Luca, how do you like the pizza? Oh, it was good. Very good. Normally, we'd have put more effort into dinner.
Nervously gestured toward the boxes.
We aren't fully settled in, and Beck had mentioned that it's your favorite. I'm sorry, are we just skipping the part where he said his mom is missing? Beck. I'm sorry, Luca, the move has us all a little
Luca
tired.
wiped his face with his sleeve.
No, it's fine. So Beck said that you moved here for work?
Beck gave Luca a swift kick under the table.
I mean, what brought you to Beacon Pines? Oh, you were right the first time. We're here for the work. Nellie won't tell you this, but she's a brilliant chemist. I don't know about brilliant, but I do love it. She's brilliant. Pernereal Harvest just made her their newest lead research of deep engineering. She makes it sound more impressive than it is. I'm just happy that I got to make a difference in the world. Perennial Harvest is at the forefront of evolving agriculture. It is something more useful than sprinkling water and excrement on the
Luca
ground.
glanced over to Beck. She seemed to be holding her breath.
What Nellie means, Luca, is that there are different ways to grow plants. Yes, some people talk to their plants and hope for the best. Yeah, and some people happily leave their job to allow a loved one to pursue their dream. You swore you didn't.
Slammed her fist into the table, perhaps harder than she intended.
Hey Luca, how about some dessert? I actually have to meet my friend Rollo
Luca
soon.
glanced outside to gauge the time. The sky was darker than he expected, filled with ominous clouds.
Looks like there's a storm a-brewing. I should get going. Oh, I didn't think there was any rain in the almanac. Yeah, almanacs aren't that useful around
Luca
here.
wiped his mouth one last time with his napkin and started to get up.
Thank you all for the pizza. It really was good. See you at the festival, Beck. Wait up. I'll walk you home.
Surprised, Luca turned around. He knew Rollo could be prickly around new people, but Beck seemed cool.
I love Beck.
Rollo would warm up to her eventually. Probably.
Sean, but the sky answered for him, and the clouds above began to rumble.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to rumble with ominous thunder.
You sure we can make it home before the storm kicks
Luca
off?
surveyed the roiling clouds.
I say the odds are good. Maybe you should stay here and I'll just make a break
At
for it.
that moment, the heavens opened up, unleashing torrential rain.
Care to recalculate those odds? Hurry inside, you two, before you catch cold. Luca, Nelly will try to reach your gran on the phone. In the meantime, you two hold tight. Sorry, not much to do up here. Most of my stuff is still in boxes. Mind if I poke around? Be my guest.
Luca squinted into the eye hole of the microscope.
This looks wild. What is it? Gum. Gum?
Adjusted the slide with his fingers to get a better look.
I'm tracking the structural integrity of gum with increasing amounts of chewing. Chewed that one for 47
Luca wiped
days.
his hand off on his sweater and gave a nervous laugh.
It's weird, I
Looked
know.
down, timidly tapping the ladder with her feet.
You think it's weird, don't you? A little. But weird can be cool. Oh wow. Rollo and I have a radio just like this at the treehouse. Probably not exactly like this one. My mom and I tore the whole thing down to the bolts. Fitted with the Fitted with some state-of-the-art vacuum tubes. She seems pretty awesome. She gets carried away sometimes. I think she feels guilty for working too much. So when she does have time for me, she showers me with high-tech
Luca
overcompensation.
flicked at one of the toggles.
I bet you can get all sorts of stations on this. Not out here in the boonies. You wouldn't believe the stuff I could pick up back in the city. But around here, it's all farm reports and static. Aw shucks.
Luca bent down to examine the bouquet of wilting flowers. Judging by the odor, they were well past their prime.
Pungent.
He flipped open the attached card.
Happy trails from Coach Walker and all the Fairview Condors. Boy, you weren't kidding about poking around, huh? Oh, sorry, was this from your old school? The most recent one, yeah. Some schools gave me away cards. Some did flowers. When they're really trying to feel good about themselves, they do both. So you moved a lot. Yeah, that's the thing about having a brilliant parent. There's always a better job somewhere else. Those flowers would last longer if you put them in some water. That's the sort of thing I would do if I cared. Well, you cared enough to keep them, is all. Luke, can I ask you something? Of course. Dang, didn't that hurt? I'll be honest, that hurts more than I expected. Well, at least you look cool doing it.
Beck took a moment to watch the rivulets of water running down the window.
Do you ever feel alone? Like even when people are around? When Rollo can be pretty absent-minded sometimes. I'm serious. Does it ever feel like your family doesn't care what you want? It didn't used to feel that way. I know Gran loves me, but sometimes when she looks at me, it's like she's looking at a problem.
Luca took a deep breath, exhaling slowly.
I know the feeling. How do you deal with that? I guess I haven't yet. But one thing my dad told me when I was little, don't hold a grudge, especially against yourself. If you try to hold it all in, you're gonna pop. So then, what do you do when you don't know what to do? Dad never got to that part. something I figured out on my own, though. You gotta do something. Anything. Here? What are you doing? I don't know. Something. We're gonna register our complaints with the storm. Listen here, you miserable universe. Stop jerking me around. I just want things to go back to the way they were. Everyone tells me it's gonna be alright, that things are gonna change.
Luca let out a feral scream that echoed into the night.
Every time something changes, everything gets worse. Screw this town. Whoa. Let me try. Moving sucks. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Why can't I just deal with it and be happy for my mom? Why can't we just stay somewhere?
Her voice dropped to a trembling whisper.
I just want to be a normal
Brushed
kid.
off her shirt and straightened up.
There. Whoa, I actually feel a little better.
Abruptly as it began, the storm abated.
Thanks. I needed that. Me too. I should head out before the rain starts up again. Sure, I'll walk you out. See you and roll at the festival. Sounds good. Luca, don't let the universe jerk you
Beck
around.
gave Luca a light thump on the arm before heading in.
Oh, I like that. That was cute.
Chapter 5. Friendly Feud. The air was heavy with a hard rain's residue. The smell of wet things. Despite his dreary surroundings, Luca felt at peace. He'd never shared those details about his dad with anyone, not even Rollo. But it's not like this changed anything. Rollo was still his best friend. Adding Beck to the group would help balance things out. Everything's better in threes. This is what Luca told himself as he headed to the treehouse.
It's a Batgirl. What do you have to say? Hey, Don, tracking down a lead? You bet. I heard a juicy new rumor. Turns out when Sharper Valentine died, he left behind a peculiar last will and testament. Peculiar? He didn't give his kids an inheritance. There were conditions. Like what? The document stipulated that Eris had to take on a child as her ward. A kid our age, who just showed up to town one night with a lawyer. Solomon. Bingo. So Eris was forced to take care of him. Yep, or she would have lost everything. Why would Sharper care so much about some random kid? Rumor has it old Sharper sowed some wild oats. That explains the way Eris treats him. Poor Solomon. How did you find all this out? A good reporter never reveals her source, Luca. Kind of curious. I'd better not dilly-dally. Gotta go get to the treehouse. Interesting, everything's so empty. He met his old friend's eyes and was greeted with nothing but ice-cold anger. Heavens, this is no time for fractured friendships. Quit foreshadowing! I don't really think she's foreshadowed anything, but it's funny to think it. Excuse me, what are you doing? Just locking up for the night, sir? Oh, wonderful. I can only assume this means all festival preparations have been completed ahead of schedule. Not exactly, sir. The storm set us back a bit and it's getting late, so we all decided to... You all decided? Yes, sir. I was unaware your jobs involved deciding things. We all here at Perennial... Why do I keep forgetting how to pronounce it? Perennial Harvest, because we believe in creating a better future, yes? Yes, sir. Very much, sir. Do you want me to be the one to tell this town that we failed them? No. Then that we gave up because there was a little rainstorm and we all got sleepy? Of course not, sir. Good. Then it's decided. Yes, sir. We'll work till this task is done. See? That you do. Our harvest awaits. I think I think we got another charm that works with this one. Yeah, pungent.
Luca wrapped a twig of thyme around the hook. Some fish have refined taste.
That's a watch. Property is Sharper Valentine. Figures. If he had his way, property is Sharper Valentine would be written on everything in this town. Should we give it back to him? He may not even want it back. That man's got a contentious relationship with time. We'll keep it here in case he ever wants to pick it up. Well, I think that's everything, I assume. There might be a little space between the boot and the bottle. I wonder if that stuff's in the parents' bedroom. Rollo, are you still up there? I'm sorry, Rollo isn't accepting visitors at the time. Come back never.
I had only ever heard him speak in this stiff yet gentle tone a few times, and it always meant one thing.
You're upset. Oh, what makes you say that? Maybe because my best friend abandoned me for no reason. I didn't abandon you. I'm just a little late.
Scoffed.
The rain held me up. Liar. You weren't even home. What? The storm got bad and I got worried, so I went looking for you. Imagine my surprise when I made it to your house and you weren't there. I hadn't made it back yet. I'm not a fool, Luca. It doesn't take all day to deliver some jam. No, the storm rolled in out of nowhere, and I got stuck after dinner at Beck's.
Lucas stumbled on his words, knowing he'd said too much.
Beck? Dinner? What the heck is a Beck? She's a new kid in town. She's actually kind of cool. You'd like her. She needed help convincing her parents that she made a new friends. New friends? I spent all day waiting for you, and you were off making new friends? It's not like that, Rollo. It's really not. You know, while I was waiting, I made some upgrades to mission control. It was gonna be a surprise, but you took so long that the storm knocked it all down. Just like you knocked down our friendship. What does that even mean?
Luca became instinctively angry in response. Both boys were now shouting across the distance.
It means you're a bad friend. You don't care about me. Of course I care, you ass. I knew I'd get in trouble waiting so late for you, but I kept my word, because that's what friends do. Oh wow, that's a noble sacrifice you made. Easy for you to say. Your grand doesn't even care. You can stay out as long as you want. And you won't even get in trouble. Seriously? You're acting like I chose this? If that's what you think, then maybe you're the bad
His
friend.
tone changed to a calm, yet more intense anger.
Maybe Paul's right. Storms bring more than water. This one brought out the real Luca. Stop quoting your Paul's nonsense like it means anything. Yeah, at least my Paul is still around. Oh, Rollo.
The words hung in the cold night air. Rollo's stomach dropped, knowing he'd crossed a line. But it was too late.
Luca, Good night, Rollo. That seemed like an unnecessary fight, in my opinion. Yeah, the stuff we got at the lake wasn't there.
Luca dug through his old stuff, not even sure what he was looking for.
A ball. What a jerk. And my amazing family. Why is this so much fun? I guess you just don't ever see this kind of movement in like an isometric game. It just looks cool. Guess I'm never supposed to make new friends.
Gran
Luca?
cooed gently from the hallway.
You slept straight through breakfast. Luca, are you sure you're alright? I'm fine. I just don't feel like getting up yet. Okay, I'll leave this oatmeal by the door. I gotta run out and take care of some things. I'll be back later to check in.
Luca just...
At least neither me or Rollo are captured in the underground facility. That seems to be something that can easily happen to us. Luca just wants to be alone.
He waited to hear the sound of the front door closing.
Okay, I bet Rollo's still going to that festival. He's gotta be miserable. If Rollo thinks I'm still going to the festival with him, he can shove it. Okay. I think we're gonna fall asleep and miss the festival, and something's gonna happen at the festival.
Luca dozed off again.
Luca, I see you didn't eat your oatmeal. Wasn't hungry. Well, just in case you get hungry, I'll leave a sandwich here too. Thanks. Rollo came by. What did he say? He wants to talk to you. What did you say? I told him you weren't feeling well. Good. So your plan is just to sit in your room all day? Pretty much. Well, I need to pop away again for a minute. If you decide to end your pity party and go outside, I think it'd do you some good. Noted.
Luca still couldn't bring himself to go out. Besides, if he ran into Rollo, he'd have to actually confront the situation.
There's never anything interesting at the festival anyways. Okay, we gotta go over there.
The Adventures of Hank Atomic.
The complete first volume.
Luca carefully opened the cover and began to read. Rollo had received it for his birthday, a special hardcover edition with behind-the-scenes commentary and bonus art. Rollo cherished it, but asked that Luca keep it at his house. Luca wasn't sure if it was because Rollo didn't trust himself with it, didn't trust his sister around it, or just wanted an excuse to come hang out at Luca's more often. Whatever the reason, Luca didn't mind, but it had stayed right there where Rollo had stashed it ever since. Now, at the foot of his bed, Luca lost himself in the pages. He'd read it all before, but at this moment, it somehow felt sentimental. He was well into issue number 5 when he heard soft footsteps from the hallway.
Luca? Alright, little friend. Another little friend came to see you. A girl named Beck Modewell. She said you met yesterday. What did she say? Is she here? She was just dropping by. I told her you weren't taking visitors today. She seems nice. Yeah. You had a fight with Rollo, didn't you? Can I come in? Maybe later. Alright then. I'll leave dinner on the kitchen table in case you want a bite before bedtime.
Without realizing it, Luca had pouted away the entire afternoon. He once again felt the weight of it all and allowed his weary eyes to close. Luca stood in a vast black expanse. He looked up at his father standing beside him. Walt was working a straw at the bottom of a fountain glass, trying to collect the last bits of milkshake. Dad? Where are we? Taking a final loud gurgling sip, his father peered up from the glass. He jangled the straw playfully with a warm smile, then lifted the empty glass as if to point into the darkness. The source? Luca's eyes followed his father's gesture. In an instant, he was sitting in front of a blazing campfire. Across from him sat a large figure in a yellow hazmat suit. The figure's voice was a scratchy echo. Well, if it isn't the man of the hour, make yourself comfortable. Luca held his shivering hands over the flame to warm himself. It doesn't work that way here. Their yellow-gloved hand pointed to the base of the flame. It's a cold flame. Luca peered at the base of the fire. It wasn't wood that was burning. It was Beacon Pines itself. Tiny buildings, freezing and crumbling as they were consumed by flame. Luca could see small shadows moving in the burning city. People. Luca leapt to his feet. "We've got to help them!" The figure gave a dismissive wave of their hand. "Why waste energy helping people who can't even help themselves?" The figure bent down to examine the panicked crowd as they desperately tried to stop the flames. "They only care about what's right in front of them, not like us." Luca's voice was a trembling whisper. "Us?" The figure slowly stood up, grabbing its helmet with both hands. With a jolt and a twist, the suit emitted a gasp. A cloud of torpid mist escaped, slowly revealing the face within. Luca's own face looked back at him. Older, worn, distant. The sensation was oddly familiar.
I want to... They're doing a great job of describing, but I would love to visually see this.
As if he'd caught his own reflection by surprise in the mirror, the doppelganger smiled. "I tried to help once." He gestured towards his face. "And all it got me was this." Luca staggered back. "You aren't me." Luca felt a hand catch his shoulder. His father was there again, beside him. "Every choice sets us on a path. This is the end of one of your paths, son." Luca watched his older self shake its head ruefully, its face twisting into a cruel grin. "Well, Dad, if you wanted him to see this, far be it from me to disappoint." Luca watched in shock as the figure took a confident step forward and plunged into the flames. In a flash of cold light, he was gone. What does all of this mean? Luca felt a reassuring squeeze on his shoulder. Just remember, why we choose matters just as much as what we choose. Luca woke up to see a hazy figure at the foot of his bed, silhouetted in the morning sun.
No, dear, it's only
Luca
Gran.
rubbed his eyes. The kind, concerned face of his Gran came into focus.
How are you feeling? Fine. Anything you want to talk about? I don't feel like talking. That's just as well. How about you sit there and listen a bit? Whatever you and Rollo thought about doesn't matter. But he...
Gran silenced Luca with a gentle pat on the leg.
Fights between friends happen. What was said doesn't matter. The important thing is that it's not the last thing you ever say to each other. But he said stuff about Dad. Well, do you think he meant it? No. He was just mad. And did you mean anything you said to him? No. Good. One must appreciate friends in their best moments and accept them in their worst. Now get your little butt out of bed. The festival's today. Okay, so it was in 2 days, not that day. You don't want to miss that, do you? I guess not. Seems like a good opportunity to make amends with Rollo,
Luca
doesn't
gave
it?
a reluctant nod.
So buy him a corn dog and apologize. But he's the one that... What did I just say? Buy him a corn dog. That's a good boy. Everything's better with corn dogs. I need to get going now. Got some last-minute festival business to take care of. I'll come find you at the fountain a little after lunch. I love you, Luca. Love you too.
Luca took a deep breath.
Okay.
Chapter 6. Through thick and thin. Despite Luca's bitterness, Gran was right.
We're now in
He
a
needed
point
to
where
hash
it's
things out with
not
Rollo.
as harsh, and we're just getting some good character development, but I am like dreading when we get back into the main story about the factory.
A big fight changes the nature of a friendship. Whether, in the end, it is for the better or for the worse, all comes down to understanding. If one is not careful, the same familiarity that builds the strongest of bonds can become the wrecking ball that shatters them. Luca emerged from seclusion, taking in the crisp festival air. But the events of the day weren't on his mind. He had to find Rollo.
It's up here. Oh, up here is where we started. Right. Well, I kind of forgot about that. There you are. Luca, Rollo wanted me to tell you something.
Roxy
What is it?
rolled her eyes, shaking her head.
A space adventure, though you needn't buy it. If you be brave, go somewhere quiet. Oh, Roxy, I don't. It's a riddle, Luca. My goofy little brother wants you to find
Luca
him.
looked down and kicked at the dirt.
Look, I know you two had a fight. The only thing more annoying than my little brother is my little brother without his best friend. So I'm doing him this one favor. Now I need one favor from you. Whatever it is that went between you two, squash it. Space adventure, though you needn't buy it. Ye be brave, go somewhere quiet. The library, okay. How goes the beetle hunt? Pretty rotten. I haven't seen so much as an exuvi. And it's not just the beetles. This morning I couldn't find any critters at all. Just like everything that buzzes or skitters just packed up and left. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Maybe all the commotion of the festival just spooked them. Yeah, maybe that's it. He does not think that's it at all. Welcome to our festival. Don't forget to come back later for Mr. Kerr's speech and the Perennial Harvest Festival sign reveal. You don't want to miss it. I really don't. Unique New York. Unique New York. Huh? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just warming up for my big ceremony
Mr. Kerr
speech.
pointed to his grinning mouth.
Gotta limber up the old gab box. You nervous? Oh, heavens no. Well, break a leg. I don't know who Perennial Harvest thinks they're impressing with this ridiculous festival. Totally. The town's still falling apart. The weather's still cruddy, and the season's harvest looks like it's gonna be worse than last year's. You said it. No amount of corporate pandering is gonna change any of that. Exactly. But the lemonade at the drink stand over there does look pretty tasty. Fitz. I'm still gonna be mad at them. I'd just rather be mad while sipping on some delicious lemonade. Ain't moving. Haha, every single time. Yep. Wait for it. Unexplained sound once again noted. Like clockwork. What a bunch of drones.
Jeff was staring into the distance with a wistful look.
Hey Jeff, everything alright? Yeah, everything's fine. I mean, used to be fine. Just ain't right these days, you know? I really do,
Jeff
actually.
turned to Luca with a furrowed brow, then gave an understanding nod.
You do, don't ya?
For a moment, the two now shared that same wistful gaze.
Bye. Most welcome, your welcomes. Would you like to share your thoughts? We always strive to improve. Nope. This is the first time I've seen this many smiling faces since the Foul Harvest. I had my doubts about Perennial Harvest, but I must admit they do put on a nice party. Oh, you don't have anything to say anymore. Huh. So caught up in reading. Hiya, Luca. How's Griffin doing? What? Oh,
They all
nothing.
became flesh.
Just pretend I didn't say that. What the fuck is Griffin? Piper, you're actually taking a break from studying. I wanted to see what all the festival fuss is about. But I can't help but notice, you still brought your backpack full of books. Luca, backpacks can carry a lot more than just books. True. So what you got in there? Books. I was about to return the perennial harvest safety suit you borrowed. I don't think anyone noticed. Good. Now you will tell me what you needed it for. It was a favor for an enemy of my enemy. This isn't going to harm Mr. Kerr, is it? All you need to know is that it's for the good of the family. Okay, something's gonna go down. Luca, did you know? The Beacon Pines is actually unincorporated? A lot of people don't know that. Well, yeah, I didn't know. What's that mean? It means most public works are handled internally. We do all the pipelines. The water treatment, building regulations. That's great. Census taking. Emergency services. Hey, Luca. So you're done at the library? Huh? Oh, nothing.
Looked away suspiciously.
Nothing at all. I'm confused. Just gotta get my paths in, you know? Let's go up. I got a question for you. What do you think this whole festival is for? The way I figure it, Perennial Harvest is trying to win over the town. Like a bribe, but with balloons. Cynical. I like where your head's at. That's what I assumed at first too, until I eavesdropped on a couple of the gossipy clipboards. What if I told you this whole thing is really a special shindig for a super secret guest of honor? A special guest too. I haven't dug that deep yet, but whoever it is, PH thinks they're a big deal. Okay, I guess the diner's closed. The library, somewhere quiet. Hey, Luca.
Eyes lit with excitement.
I've been expecting you. Bravo on deciphering the first riddle. The first? Oh, you didn't think that was all? Did you? Rollo does go all out, doesn't
Hatter
he?
straightened up and cleared his throat as if preparing to sing.
On Planet Farple, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue.
Kato stared at Luca eagerly.
Get it? Want me to tell you? No, it's okay. Let me figure it out. Alright, when you find it, bring it here to be verified. If you decide you want a hint, the offer still stands. On Planet Farple, you may take issue. When the fifth king dies, you'll need a tissue. When you... I wasn't actually expecting new
Luca
information.
grabbed the Modern Science of Atomic Radiation from the shelf. Luca grabbed Natural Photography, Volume 5, from the shelf.
So, that's a 5, but I don't think it's 15.
Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 4, from the shelf. Luca grabbed The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue number 5, from the shelf.
Oh,
Kato
you found
removed
it.
his book from the desk and replaced it with Luca's, turning on the lamp. As he slid the book under the purple light, 2 words glowed. The Adventures of Hank Atomic, issue 5. Luca clicked his tongue with recognition.
Rilo's cipher pen. He used to write secret messages everywhere with that. Rolo's secret pen, right? And only I had the special flashlight needed to reveal it. But I lost it. Well, apparently he traded Jeff for this purple light bulb. Parted with his entire Halloween candy stash. Oh, Rolo. Now let's see here.
Kato began flipping through the pages, stopping when he hit a glowing word.
Get away with such a grift.
He continued flipping.
Only found in Grub. Cart.
Reaching the end of the book, Kato looked up.
That's it. Grift in Griffin Grub Cart. Griffin's Grub Cart. He wants me to go to Griffin's snack stand. Aw, brilliant. I guess you're off then. Good luck on the rest of your scavenger hunt. Thanks, Kato. Squeeze a May, I got places to be. Hey Griffin, did Rolo come?
Before Luca could finish his sentence, Griffin handed him a corn dog.
Oh, that's it? Bought and paid for. Enjoy. I thought you were supposed to be a riddle or
Luca
something.
shrugged, taking a sizable bite out of the corn dog.
Yuck. It's cold. Oh yeah, that's been sitting here for a while. Rolo wanted me to be sure to give you that one specifically. Well, that's
Luca
just...
tugged at his cheeks, feeling something rough between his teeth. He reached into his mouth and pulled out a slip of paper.
Oh my god, Rolo.
He shook off the bits of corn dog to read the slip.
A pickup when you need some pep. Near the fountain up the
Luca
step.
finished off the remainder of the
Okay,
corn
that's
dog.
the... Okay, go to the cafe. There you are, Luca. There's no way I'm actually doing this. It's way below my pay grade. Oh, come on, you big stiff. Let the kids have some fun. Fine. But Rolo owes me
Luna
one.
waved his hands around sarcastically as he began.
What takes flight but has no wings? Your final task of friendship brings. See, that wasn't so hard. Ugh, I feel cheapened somehow. I think it's sweet. What takes flight but has no wings? Good luck, Luca. What has flight but has no wings? A balloon? Oh, Rolo's right here. Hey. Did you find the comic book? Yep. And you got the corn dog? Yep. Well then, I know it doesn't make up for what I said, but here, you have earned
Rolo
this.
sheepishly handed Luca the balloons.
Thanks. You didn't have to go to all this trouble. I'm sorry I got so mad. Dang it, you were supposed to let me apologize first. Oh, sorry. Now you apologize twice before me. Just let me do this. Luca, I'm really sorry. With everything that's happened with your mom and all, I've always wanted to be there for you. Be a good friend, you know? When you said you were hanging out with someone else, I kind of freaked out. Still my turn. I felt like I needed some new friend to help you. It meant I wasn't good enough. But that was selfish and wrong. I was wrong. I'm sorry, Luca. Okay, apology over. You can talk now.
Luca threw himself at Rolo, hugging him as tightly as he could.
That cute. Rolo, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you either. That's why we deserve each other. So, what else do you want to try to do? We could snoop around and try to find some info about your mom. Snoop where? We could probably sneak into Perennial Harvest while everyone's at the festival. Aren't you curious about all the stuff those clipboards write down? What if we get caught? I think I had enough excitement for 1 week. Let's just make the rest of the day about us. Really? Yeah, the rest of the world can wait one more day. You know, I've been waiting to get some work done on the MCDC at Mission Control. The aim is a bit unpredictable. That sounds perfect. Head to the treehouse with Rolo. Okay. Well, that was nice. I think we're going to end it there. I'm pretty sure I could complete this in the next stream on Wednesday. But I'll be back tomorrow with some DBD. So my plan is DBD tomorrow, Beacon Pine Wednesday. Now that I'm playing this, I kind of do want to hold off on Dropsy. Like, it would be fun to play Dropsy on release day on Switch, but like, I can wait. I've waited long enough, and we have all of October to get through, and I don't want to start a playthrough and not finish it while all this other stuff happens. So Dropsy will probably have to wait a bit later. Dropsy and Portal 2. Wow, those games. But yeah, Fall Guys on Friday, and then we will be starting Bayonetta 1 this Saturday, which should be exciting. I haven't played Bayonetta since I think 2017, maybe 2018, maybe early 2018. I can't quite remember, but yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye.